will be big.
He confirmed that 30 presidents are set to attend the NAM summit in Uganda.
The number is 30. Then we have around 6 vice presidents, around 6 premiers, prime ministers, and a very big list of ministers responsible for foreign affairs. As he has mentioned, the Secretary General of the UN will be here with us. The President of the General Assembly will be here with us. And those alone attract a very huge constituency.
Being the first country to host these summits consecutively, Uganda earns international credit. Andonia Ayebare, Ambassador and Permanent Representative of Uganda to the United Nations, emphasized the impact of such international summits on the country.
You are having a gathering here that is next to the UN General Assembly, and that is significant. Also, in addition to heads of states and government, rarely the President of the UN General Assembly and the UN Secretary General to be in one place. They are here. And that really talks the importance of this summit. All the political issues that range from conflict, governance issues, human rights, respect for international law, are all really in broad terms the issues that are under discussion. Then you have the economic and social issues, the issues of debt, the issues of financing for development, digital cooperation, poverty eradication. Those are really broadly the issues.
The Permanent Secretary, Ministry of ICT and National Guidance, Dr. Amina Zawede, calls upon Ugandans to stay hospitable during this period.
We pray and hope for your cooperation as we market Uganda and promote Uganda as a destination for hosting good conferences, but also a destination for various investments.
The key discussion agenda for the NAM and G77 plus China summits aims to achieve shared global affluence in tourism, multilateral trade and investment, while addressing the interests of developing countries. Justin Nakami in Munyonyo, Kampala.
Now, President Museveni has graced the 60th anniversary celebration of the Zanzibar Revolution in Zanzibar, Tanzania. The president joined other African leaders who graced the event at the invitation of the Tanzanian President Samia Suluhu.
Ziko karibu na zetu. Baadaye kidogo alikubaliana na Mwalimu Nyerere kufanya muungano wa Tanganyika na Zanzibar. Hayo makubaliano yalikuwa mchango mkubwa kwa juhudi zetu sisi wa Pan-Africanist, kwa sababu sisi tukiongozwa na Mwalimu tunakubali, tunaamini kwamba Afrika haiwezi kuendelea bila kuungana. Tumekuwa na mvutano wa kamba wa kimawazo kati ya watu wa aina mbili. Aina ya kwanza ni wana mapinduzi kama Mwalimu, kama Mzee Karume, kama Nkrumah na sisi wafuasi wao.
Now, traffic police have gazetted Entebbe Expressway and Northern Bypass as the main routes for the forthcoming non-aligned movement and the G77 summit from 15th of January 2023 and the 23rd of January 2024.
The Police Directorate of Traffic and Road Safety has issued a route chart to guide the public during key summits in Kampala. The chart gazettes Entebbe Expressway to Speaker Resort Munyonyo as the main route for guests. Entebbe Expressway to Northern Bypass, connecting to Waisi, Mulago Roundabout, leading to Yusufre Road to Nile Avenue, is another main route gazetted for summit attendees.
It should be noted that the summit route, which is Kampala-Entebbe Expressway to Speak Resort Munyonyo, covers a stretch from Entebbe International Airport via Kajansi Interchange. The corridor is expected to be tightly regulated and with the diversions and holding of traffic and other road users.
Major diversions established as per the traffic police route chart and G77 plus China summits include Mpala to Entebbe Highway, Kisubi to Nakauka. Those from Entebbe to Kampala will be diverted at Kajansi to Lubowazana. Other diversions are Kigo traffic lights, Mutungo, Sentema, Busabala, and Chibando.
Any motorist approaching Munyonyo and Gaba Road will be diverted to UCB Road to access Buziga Rukuri. At Northern Bypass, there will be a diversion at Busega flyover and at a slip road to restrict vehicles from accessing the Kampala-Entebbe Expressway.
No motorcycles will be allowed on main NAM roads, and those staying along these roads are advised to plan their journeys earlier and follow traffic guidelines.
No motorcycles will be allowed to access the summit route, that is Entebbe Airport to Speak Resort Munyonyo. Some border stages along the summit routes and hotels where the visiting heads of states will be residing will be relocated and absorbed into other stages during the summit period.
Meanwhile, in Kampala Central and Makindye divisions, all border stages are suspended during major summits. At least 48 border stages in Kampala Central have been suspended, and in Makindye division, 190 stages are suspended to allow smooth traffic flow.
We have identified and have commenced the removal of stages from specified summit routes. We have intensified enforcement, and together with the Uganda Police, we are rigorously enforcing the Traffic and Road Safety Act.
However, borders can work within these divisions without staging in one position. As KCCA plans to leverage on this directive to implement the City Transport Strategic Plan.
After the summits, and we shall regulate the border stages across the 5 divisions of Kampala, as well as enforce the relevant guidelines. Part of those guidelines shall be, we expect not more than 10 border bikes at each of the stages that I'm going to mention. And these stages are going to be 1 kilometer apart.
The announced route chart by traffic police will be enforced by inter-security agencies with the support from KCCA, effective from 15th till 23rd of January 2024, when these 2 major summits will end. Abdul Nasir Lobwama and Rogers Komagum for UBC.
Thank you, Abdul Nasir Lubwama. Now still on NAM, the inter-security agencies have confirmed strategic development or deployment intended to protect different heads of state and government representatives coming to attend the 2 high-profile summits, the Non-Aligned Movement and the G77 Plus Summit, slated for next week in Kampala. Police spokesperson Fred Enanga has reassured the public that there will be no terror threat to the country during this period.
The Overton covert security deployments in strategic positions target to enhance security of delegates coming to attend the Non-Aligned Movement and G77 plus China summits. The screening technology has been deployed while police air and drone surveillance plus UPDF Air Force have been initiated for any uncertainty.
We have deployed search and screening technology We have dedicated canine teams and that are being utilized through the event from the airport up to these venues.
Emergency coordination policing centers have been established with special interconnections to monitor the environment, especially at Speak Resort Munyonyo, tracking through main roads to the residences of summit attendees.
And even communication centers in these 18 divisions are already in place. Our specialist response teams are in place. They are already at selected locations. And of course, we have those who are also patrolling in their rapid formations.
Security has assured the public that the country has no terror threats or security spillovers.
We warmly welcome them to the Pearl of Africa, and also to, first of all, reassure them that at this stage, we do not have any specific threats that have been directed towards the summit. So together with the organizers of the summits, the joint securities agencies are going to continue working together to ensure that the event has the most appropriate safety and policing plan.
Meanwhile, the Directorate of Fire and Rescue Services has designated special coordination sectors for easy and swift responses.
In case there is an incident anywhere, our teams have been instructed to work in a mutually coordinated manner. So they will be doing what we call mutual support. For instance, if there is an incident, say in Kololo, the team from Kawempe will come and assist. The team from our fire quarters will also come and assist.
Police and other sister security agencies have deployed patrol units on main summit routes and feeder routes to ensure the safety of attendees. The public is urged to cooperate with the security to ensure smooth operations in policing these summits. Patricia Nandago for UBC.
In just a period of 1 year, the government of Uganda, under the joint venture agreement with Mera Investment Limited, has managed to construct a multi-billion convention center at Speak Resort Hotel, Munyonyo. The convention center, whose seating capacity is 4,000, is now ready to host the two summits, the NAM and G77 Plus China, starting on Monday, 15th January 2024. Our reporter Robert Nyanga takes us inside the convention center.
In 2022, Government of Uganda entered a joint venture agreement with Mera Investment Limited for construction of Speak Resort Convention Center. The facility was presumed as one which will host delegates coming to Uganda for the non-aligned movement and G77 Plus China summits. With its construction now complete and the summits are at our doorsteps, this is how the over 4,000-seater auditorium looks like. Furnished with modern uptake chairs, giant flat screens, inbuilt sound systems, among other features, the center is the first of its kind in Uganda and in East Africa.
First of all, I want to take this opportunity to commend Dr. Sudhir and his team for putting up that magnificent structure within a short period, and genuinely so.
Although the interior design makes it look more of an imported island, to your surprise, this all has been done by Ugandans.
And to say as well that we have held summits in the past in a marquee But now we have a structure, and I want to say categorically and emphatically that the structure is usable.
The convention center has 12 high-end conference halls and meeting rooms, a floating restaurant which can host over 500 guests, and a multi-purpose hall. The non-aligned movement and G77 plus China summits are just at the door, beginning Monday 15th January 2024. But between me and you, this convention center will be here for generations. I'm Robert Onyango for UBC News here at Munyonyo.
The structure is magnificent. Now, Mulago National Specialized Hospital is on track towards offering specialized medical services, including sophisticated surgeries. After undergoing remodeling, the hospital has now embarked on its role as a super specialized referral hospital, but also a center for excellence in the region.
In 1913, Mulago National Referral Hospital started small and has eventually become a center of excellence in the region, offering specialized medical services. Recently, the hospital underwent remodeling to put it to the level of providing high-tech medical services, and the aim is to save Ugandans but also people in the region the high costs of seeking treatment abroad. Such high-tech services include neurosurgery, one of the most sophisticated procedures, with one operation taking about 8 hours.
Important thing is being able to enjoy, and what makes us enjoy it is one, being able to see someone who comes in who is unwell, and then you get to the time of discharge. These are people who you can talk to, who you meet in the street, and they greet you and say, "Hey doctor, you helped me," and you say, "I can't remember you," and say, "Yeah, you did, you operated on my brain." I think that is a very rewarding feeling that we get, and that's why you see that we are always here to work.
Mulago National Specialized Hospital has 22 theaters designed for specialized surgeries.
And these are equipped with modern equipment and modern technology. The lights are very good. You have pendants which you use to connect the infusion pumps and anesthesia machines. They are kitted with viewing boxes which are electronic, and you can retrieve patients' information and even images on that. And you can control the ambience in the room, the lighting, dim it, make it bright, or even the lights in the theater lights using that kind. So because we are trying to go digital in the entire processes, so even the patient's images and notes should be able to be retrieved through this IT system within the theaters.
This is what we do. In case you are rotating to a patient, you rotate and focus to the patient at any direction you want, whether you move it aside, then you rotate and you position it according to the operation.
The hospital, with 1,700 bed capacity, is now focusing on continuous training and reskilling of specialists to achieve the number that can handle the overwhelming patients.
Mulago National Referral Hospital has the biggest number and wide range of specialists and super specialists. Our infrastructure has developed from the examples which I've given you: increasing ICU capacity, increasing theater space so we can do more surgeries, increasing on the skills mix, because even when you are going to take an example of renal transplant, you need so many specialists. The nephrologists who will prepare the patient for the surgery, the surgeons, then the one who will receive the kidney and clean it up, so to say in the layman's language, before it is transferred. That is called a perfusionist. All these anesthesiologists, people who have done masters in anesthesia and trained also into critical care. because they are trained to look after critically ill.
Although the hospital is supposed to manage specialized cases, it continues to handle people from Kampala metropolitan area with 100 to 200 patients registered daily.
Would ideally function as a referral and only handle the referred cases. So would expect maybe patients coming in with written referrals or being brought in by ambulances. But remember, we also are on a hill where there's a catchment area, and any patient falling sick will definitely walk in, and it becomes very hard to turn off. We have created clinics to handle the walk-ins who would ideally be seen at level of health center 4, so to say.
The role of government now is to ensure that Mulago National Specialized Hospital is well funded so it continues to perform to its expectation. Adia Nakute, UBC.
Thank you, Adia. Now, Uganda Wildlife Education Conservation Center has been identified as one of the tourism sites meant